If your business can't move without you, you're not leading it, you're holding it together. Most founders don't realize they're the bottleneck until growth starts to slow down. Revenue stays the same, the team hesitates, decisions pile up, and suddenly scaling feels heavier than it should. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Businesses rarely stall because of marketing. They stall because everything still runs through the CEO. So how do you know if that's you? Here's 4 questions to ask yourself right now. Get your pen and paper ready, because if you answer yes to the following questions, you'll have some adjusting to do. But don't worry, I'll give you a tried and tested solution, so watch all the way to the end. First question is, does every meaningful decision still require your approval? Questions like, can we tweak this process slightly? Should we move this candidate to the next round? How should I respond to this client issue? If your team constantly checks these things with you before moving, you're basically the approval center. On the surface, this feels responsible. It feels like strong leadership. It feels like you are protecting standards. But what's actually happening is your team is being trained to seek permission instead of exercising ownership. The cost? Every time a decision queues up in your world, momentum slows down. Your team hesitates, execution stretches, small delays compound into larger inefficiencies. Fortunately, when you hire the right remote team member, you don't just get the person, you get a structured support ecosystem. Behind that assistant is recruitment, screening, performance oversight, leadership support, operational guidance, and a management framework designed to reduce founder dependency. Mauro, my sales consultant, explains how much more you're going to get if you pick our outsourcing model.
It's all related to the support that we give the background. So it's what we do behind the scenes that nobody sees. So that's where they are going to see the return on investment. They don't have to worry about paying the VA, chasing the VA for any type of performance or reforge or analytical parts. They don't have to worry about bonuses. They don't have to worry about leave tracking or anything related to the HR admin that we take care of. So I think that's a very important part where they would see the value.
If you're loving this video so far and you're keen to hire a remote assistant right away, you can book a free discovery call with Mauro in our video description link below. The second question is your day filled with reactive communication? Slack messages, quick questions, small clarifications. You're busy all day, but nothing strategic actually moves forward. None of them feel dramatic, none of them feel like major decisions, but they fragment your attention all day. You tell yourself you're being accessible. You tell yourself you are supporting your team. You tell yourself this is what leadership looks like. But what is really happening is that your business is operating in constant state of micro-escalation. Instead of decisions being solved at the level they occur, they travel upward to you. The third question is, do you feel indispensable? You tell yourself the business needs you in every room, but what that actually means is that the business has been structured to operate around you. When founders feel indispensable, it usually means key knowledge lives in their head instead of in systems. Client expectations sit in your memory. Pricing logic sits in your intuition. Operational nuances sit in your experience. No one else has full visibility, so no one else can move confidently. Your team becomes careful instead of decisive, and this means they hesitate because they do not want to misinterpret your expectations. Over time, you become the gravitational center of every major conversation. But if you must be in every room, the business has not matured beyond founder dependency. True leadership is building something that performs at a high level without your constant presence. The fourth question is, are you physically on a day off but mentally still at work? Even on holiday, you might be checking messages, maybe you're scanning emails before dinner, you think about unresolved issues while trying to rest. Even when nothing is wrong, you anticipate that something could go wrong. That is a sign the business doesn't feel safe without you. Over time, that erodes creativity, patience, and long-term thinking. A properly structured remote support layer changes this dynamic. When roles are clear and oversight exists beyond just you, the business becomes less emotionally dependent on your presence. Now, if you've answered yes to all of my 4 questions, don't worry, this isn't a capability issue. It's not that your team is not good enough. It's a structural issue. In the early stages of business, control works. The founder touches everything. That is how momentum is built. But what builds a business in year 1 often limits in year 5. Trust me, I'm in year 10 plus, and being there at all touch points of the business does not help at all. Now here is a solution I promised, and it is not hiring more people randomly. The solution is redesigning decision ownership. Every recurring decision must have a clear owner. Every operational process must have documented standards, and every role must carry authority, not just responsibility. Structured remote teams help you achieve this, not because you get to offload tasks, but because your operational depth is built intentionally. Here's how we instill this for our angels at Outsourcing Angel, explained by my VA experience manager, Gail.
We do the check-in calls on a monthly basis just to make sure that our VAs are performing well. And then we also create like coaching EO sessions if there's any feedback and or needs improvement from the client to make sure that they target all of the action plans presented on that feedback. And then we also do a performance improvement plan, making sure that we collaborate with the clients and VAs to improve the VA performance.
This is how we know delegation is done properly. Not when workload is reduced, it's when we're able to remove dependency. A well-structured offshore support layer should absorb daily operational decisions so CEOs can focus on direction, partnerships, and growth. Now, if everything still runs through you, every financial year will feel heavy. But if you build structural leverage now, growth becomes lighter. You shouldn't be scared of not being needed. In fact, the real success story is building something that moves without your constant approval. If this feels familiar, it may be time to redesign your structure before pressure forces you to. If you're ready to scale without being the bottleneck, you can simply book a free discovery call today using the link in our description box. Well, that's it. I hope this video resonated and that you get the help you need so you can finally step out of your business and scale it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and press that subscribe button to get notified whenever we have new videos. Well, until next time, I'll see you again in the next video.